Okay, now let's begin the class. We're going to watch a video, a motivational video as an introduction, and then we're gonna watch another video about the Sumerians that is for next week. Oh my God. Yes, what's this? Right here. Okay, let's see over here. Let me move this. Hold on. Okay, the Sumerians are the first motivational video for today. As we prepare this, everybody please pay attention.
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. High school dropout, whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new.
That's it. That's it. If you have never failed, that means that you have never tried anything in your life. Okay, guys, so you have to try something new. You have to try and try. Okay, guys, now let's watch the video about the Sumerian. That's for next week. Let's watch it, guys. Pay attention. This is as introduction for next week.
Hi there. Civilization is defined as an advanced state of human society in which a high level of culture, science, industry, and government has been reached. Civilizations have come and gone. If you're watching this, you're probably living in a civilization right now. Hopefully, you won't be around to watch yours collapse. Sumer is considered one of the first civilizations in Mesopotamia. Some consider it the first civilization in history. But was it really a civilization? Is there evidence that suggests that Sumer was a civilization? Who's to say what a civilization is? Many historians agree that civilizations have certain characteristics. These historians agree to be considered a civilization, there must be some sort of stable food supply, a social structure, a system of government, a religious system, a highly developed culture, advances in technology, and a developed written language. Did Sumer have these characteristics? Let's look at the evidence. Civilizations need food to thrive. Is there evidence that suggests Sumer had a stable food supply? Yes, there was. Archaeologists have found evidence of a plow, which is a tool used in agriculture to prepare the soil for planting. Archaeologists have also found written evidence of barley. So yes, Sumer had a stable food supply. Civilizations have a complex organization of its people. People in a civilization have different jobs and social levels. Is there evidence that Sumer had a complex social structure? Yes, there was. Archaeologists have found evidence of an artisan class and an upper class. Archaeologists have discovered that the houses of Sumer were organized based on class. The people with the largest and most luxurious homes were near the center, while the common classes lived near the outskirts of the city. So yeah, Sumer had a social structure. Civilizations have a system of government in order to direct people's behavior. Is there evidence that Sumer had a government? Why, yes, there was. Archaeologists have found evidence that Sumerian city-states were ruled by kings, and these kings enforced the laws and collected taxes. Archaeologists have also discovered evidence of a Sumerian army to help protect the city, so Sumer had a government. All civilizations have a religious system that includes a set of beliefs and a form of worship. Is there evidence that Sumer had a religious system? Yes, there was. Archaeologists believe that religious beliefs influence every part of daily life. Archaeologists have also uncovered countless statues that showed their religious beliefs, so Sumer had a religious system. All civilizations have a highly developed culture, including the arts. Is there evidence that Sumer had a highly developed culture? Yes, there was. Archaeologists have found evidence that Sumer had many different kinds of artisans who created weapons, cups, jewelry, and much more. Archaeologists have also discovered music was a big part of Sumerian culture, so Sumer had a highly developed culture. All civilizations create new forms of technology. They invent new things. Is there evidence that Sumer had technological advancements? Yes, there were. Archaeologists credit the Sumerians with the invention of the wheel. Sumerians also made great technological advancements to their buildings by developing an arch. So Sumer did have technology. Finally, all civilizations have a highly developed written language. Is there evidence of a written language in Sumer? Nope. Just kidding, of course there is. Archaeologists have found plenty of evidence of a written language that uses wedge-shaped characters called cuneiform. The earliest examples of cuneiform show that it was used to record information about trades Sumerians made with each other. So yes, Sumer had a highly developed written language. There you have it. Sumer exhibited all the characteristics of civilization. They had a stable food supply, a social structure, a government, a religious system, a developed culture, technology, and a written language. Unfortunately for the Sumerians, their civilization did not last forever.
Okay, as you see, guys, in order to become a civilization, they have to show all these characters. Stable food, social structure, they had a social structure, they had a government, they have a religion, they had arts, they have inventions, and finally, they invent the written language. Okay, so it can be considered, the Sumerian can be considered as the first civilization on Earth. Okay, that's why.
It collapsed in around 2000 BCE. Well, that's all for now. Until next time, here's some sources. And some photo credits. And some more photo credits.
All right. Okay. Now, I think I finished already with you guys, right? I finished this topic already, didn't I?
About the Sumerians.
Yeah, the Fertile Crescent.
Yes, we talk about Mesopotamia.
Yeah, yes,
and the meaning of
Yesterday we finished already, right? Yes, we
I
did.
wasn't here, teacher.
And
Yes,
also
you were
about
here,
the,
but you had to watch the video, Mr. Poveda. There is a video I load up every time that we have a class. You have to watch. If you miss the class, then you have to go to the platform and then you watch the video of the class that you missed today. Okay, so don't
teacher,
watch
question.
the video what you missed yesterday or the days previous. All right. Now I think yesterday we finished already, didn't I? Didn't we?
Yes, teacher, but I have a question about the Sumerians.
Uh-huh.
If Sumer was in middle of Mesopotamia and was a city of Mesopotamia, was it a country or only a civilization?
A civilization is like a country. So let me open the let me see if I can open this.
Because they are in the area of Mesopotamia.
They were a country. They were a country. Hold on. It's like the Roman Empire. They were a civilization. The Roman Empire. They were
a big civilization on Europe.
Now Panama is a civilization. Why we got, because we have all these characters. Okay. So the Mesopotamia was a country that exists back in history.
The first civilization.
Yeah, that was one of the first civilization. But this one was considered the first one. Why? Because they had all these characters that we watch in the video. Okay, that's what it's according to the archaeologists. According to them, it says, they say that this is the first civilization found in the world. Okay? Okie dokie. Now, guys, we finished already. I don't want to go further. Okay? Now, I want to discuss something with you, and you are privileged to know that next week you have a test, a virtual test. Okay? I don't know if you have been having this week tests in internet. Have you been having
practice test? Yes.
Huh?
We have. Yes, we have. Yesterday, 3 practice tests.
Okay, how was it?
It was okay, but in one practice test, we have a problem in putting that we couldn't enter to the link.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no. Look, I prepared this test, and the test is gonna be only true and false. It's gonna be like 13 true and false. You have to read the sentence, and then you have to tell me whether it's true or it's false. And it's gonna be 13 questions. 13, okay? That's it.
And what day we?
No, don't worry. Let me tell you this, okay? Now I'm gonna talk about the test. Later I'm gonna tell you which are the pages and all the information. Okay, don't worry. Now it's gonna be 2 sections only. The first one is true or false, and the second section is gonna be multiple choice. I'm gonna give you the meaning of the word, and then I'm gonna give you 4 options. 4 options. For instance, let me give you an example. For instance,
policies.
Hold on. Let me give you an example. I'm trying to find a vocabulary here that could show you. Okay, for instance, if I said blank, there is a line. It says, if I said blank are huge stones used as monuments or as the sites for religious gathering. Then I'm gonna give you 4 options. The first one is gonna be a Neolithic area. The second is gonna be agriculture, and the 4th is gonna be megaliths. Which one is the answer?
Megalith.
Of course, you see, very easy test in order for you to get 5. Okay, Now I'm going to tell you which information you need to study, okay? Now you need to study vocabulary number 1, vocabulary number 2, vocabulary number 3, vocabulary number 5, no, number 4 and number 5, okay? Got it? Now, anyway,
Okay, teacher.
okay, now the first vocabulary is gonna be about, remember the topic that we first studied, remember? Studying history, remember?
Yes.
Okay, now I think you have it in your notebook. Now, in vocabulary number 1 are the words history, culture, archaeology, fossil, artifacts, primary source, and secondary source. That is the vocabulary number 1. Now, vocabulary number 2 is studying geography, right? Right?
Yes, yes, teacher, yes.
Yes, okay. Now, the vocabulary for studying geography, that is vocabulary number 2. The words are geography, landforms, climates, environment, region, and resources. Okay, you don't need to learn it by heart. You only need to understand what it means. Okay, I don't want you to memorize it. As long as you got the idea of what is the meaning of each one, then you'll be able, because I'm gonna give you in the second section, there's gonna be multiple choices. So you have to figure out which one of those possible answer is the answer, and then you have to select it. Okay, so no problem. You don't have to memorize. Okay, very easy. Now the vocabulary number 3 is studying economics. Remember, guys?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, studying economics, and that is on page 22. Now, and the words from that vocabulary is economy, scarcity, profit, entrepreneur, mixed economy, trade, and wealth. Okay, those are the words for vocabulary number 3. Now, vocabulary number 4 is civics. Remember civics? Now, the vocabulary
Yes.
number 4 is civics, government, constitution, democracy, republic, and tax. That's number 4. And the last one is the topic that we studied. And the name was, remember, the
first people.
Excellent. Very good, Torres. Now, that's the vocabulary number 5, Gustavo. Now, in vocabulary number 5, the words are prehistory, hominids, and that is coming, that word is coming, hominids, ancestor, tool, Paleolithic era, society, and hunter-gatherer. That one also is coming. Hunter-gatherer and hominids are coming in the text, okay? Those vocabulary, plus. Remember that I assigned you, remember in the assessment, I gave you, you didn't have to do all the assessments, okay? Remember, I assigned you, okay, you have to do this one, and this one. Okay, then you have to study the assessment that you have in your notebook. The only assessment you don't need to study is assessment from the topic number 2. That is studying
geography.
Studying geography, don't study that assessment. Okay? The only assessment from your notebook, not from the book, from your notebook, because you have already all the answers, okay? You have already all the answers of those assessments because we did it together. We discussed here in the class. So the assessments are studying history, the assessment from studying history, the assessment from economics, the assessment from civics, and the assessment from The last one is the first people. Okay, guys? Now, do you have any question? Any questions, guys?
So, teacher,
No.
for
Yes,
this we have to study
yes.
all the assignment, only not studying history.
Including what?
Studying
Tenemos que
geography.
estudiar todos los assignments menos studying geography
Ajá, ajá. Pero acuérdense,
para el examen.
acuérdense que son las preguntas que yo les asigné.
Para el examen, ¿verdad,
Teacher,
teacher?
Yes,
but
yes,
I
for the
made,
test. Yes, yes.
but I
Okay?
made but I answered every question.
Okay, well, you have to study everything, but I assign you. Remember, I told you, okay, I want you to do this one, number 1, number 2, and letter B and C. I assign you. If you wanted to do well, then just review it. Okay, look,
Okay, teacher.